Reclaiming the Internet One Block at a Time, by Introductory Explainer section. Chapter A. Why Vox Chain Now? The case for a new digital commons. Imagine the Internet as a once vibrant town square. Open, noisy, a little chaotic, but ultimately free. Over time, this square has been slowly fenced off, cleaned up, repaved, and privatized. Guards were installed. Microphones handed out to only the loudest or richest. And now, when you step into that digital space, it's not really yours anymore. Your words are filtered, your reach is shaped by hidden code, and your identity is borrowed, rented, really, from a corporation that can revoke it any time. Welcome to the Internet of Now, optimized for profit, not participation. But it doesn't have to stay this way. The state of the Internet today. We log on to platforms that feel free but are anything but. Every tap, click, and swipe is tracked, stored, sold. These platforms have become attention monopolies, designing addictive algorithms to keep us scrolling, reacting, consuming. The content that rises isn't what's most meaningful or truthful, it's what's most profitable. Outrage works, so does fear. The problem isn't just surveillance or data extraction, it's centralized control. A handful of companies now define the boundaries of online speech. What you say, how it spreads, who sees it, and what gets silenced. It's all decided by private platforms with opaque policies and little accountability. And when their interests conflict with your voice, guess who wins? How free speech became a product. There was a time when social media promised empowerment. Everyone would have a voice, and everyone would have a chance to be heard. But that promise was quietly sold off. What we have instead are filter bubbles, algorithmic cocoons that only show us what we agree with. When we step outside that bubble, we risk being shadow banned or flagged by moderation systems that don't understand nuance. Shadow bans, invisible blocks on your content, don't tell you when you've been silenced. They just make sure nobody hears you. This isn't free speech. It's rented speech, conditional on obedience and invisibly governed by code we don't see. The promise of decentralized social. What if we flip the model? What if the rules were written by code, not by companies? What if every post, profile, and interaction was owned by you, not hosted on a server you don't control? That's what decentralized social media offers. At its heart, it's about transparency, immutability, and self-sovereignty. Transparency. You can see how content is ranked. You can inspect the rules. Immutability. Your voice once spoken cannot be quietly erased. User-owned identities. You log in with your wallet, not a username they can delete. You own your data. You carry it with you. Decentralized platforms don't just promise freedom. They are structurally designed to preserve it. Why Vox Chain was born? Vox Chain isn't just another blockchain project. It's a deliberate response to a broken system. Inspired by the principles that made blockchains powerful. Openness, decentralization, cryptographic trust. Vox Chain applies them to the domain where they matter most. Human speech and digital community. We weren't trying to make another cryptocurrency. We were trying to rebuild the digital town square. In a world where online speech is increasingly surveilled, censored, and manipulated, Vox Chain asks a radical question. If you could rebuild the town square from scratch, who would you let speak and who would decide? Our answer? You. Not a moderator in Silicon Valley. Not an algorithm built to sell ads. You, through a transparent, tokenized system of governance, can shape your own feed, your own rules, your own voice. What makes Vox Chain different? Most decentralized platforms focus on financial tools. Vox Chain is focused on communication, community, and credibility. It's a blockchain protocol designed to support open-source architecture. Anyone can audit, fork, or build on top of Vox Chain. It's not a product, it's a protocol, a foundation for developers and communities to create new apps, front ends, and features. Tokenized governance. With the native Vox token, users vote on everything from feature upgrades to moderation frameworks. Power doesn't rest in a boardroom. It lives in the hands of the community. Interoperable algorithms don't like your feed? Switch it. Vox Chain lets users choose or even build their own algorithms. Content discovery is customizable, not imposed. That means healthier conversations, curated by choice, not manipulation. Wallet-based identity. Your wallet is your passport. It holds your posts, minted as NFTs, your tips, your reputation score, and your settings. If one app bans you, you simply log in elsewhere, with everything intact. Plug-and-play development. Developers can create moderation plugins, reputation layers, localized nodes, and new UX skins on top of the same protocol. It's not one app, it's an ecosystem. Why this moment matters? The world is waking up to the cost of centralized digital life. From state crackdowns to corporate censorship, from manipulated elections to psychological harm, we see what happens when communication becomes commodified. Vox Chain is a quiet rebellion, a design intervention, a protocol with philosophy built into its code. We are not here to go viral. We are here to go deeper, to create a new internet architecture that reflects what we value, not just what sells. Closing reflection, the internet changed the world, but the internet itself is changing, being reshaped behind closed doors. We have a window of opportunity to redesign it with different values: freedom, transparency, ownership, and trust. Vox Chain is not the answer. It's an invitation to speak without permission, to listen without filters, to build without gatekeepers, to belong without compromise. If you could build a new internet, what would it sound like? Let's find out, block by block. Introductory Explainer section. Chapter B. How Vox Chain works. Under the hood of a decentralized social protocol, imagine logging onto your favorite social platform, not with a username and password tied to a corporation, but with a cryptographic wallet that holds your identity, content, and community. No email needed, no recovery questions, no company behind the curtain. You don't log into someone else's world. You step into your own sovereign digital space. That's the foundation of Vox Chain, a decentralized social protocol where you own your posts, shape your feed, choose your moderation, and vote on the future. Let's break it down. User e-wallet identity. On Vox Chain, your wallet is your identity. It replaces the traditional username password login flow with something radically different: self-sovereign access. Your wallet logs you into any app or front-end built on the Vox Chain protocol, holds your content, preferences, tokens, and settings, authenticates your posts cryptographically, proving authorship, grants you permissions to interact, moderate, vote, or tip others. Stays with you, no matter what platform interface you use. Whether you're browsing on a mobile app, desktop, or command line, your digital life follows you. You're not a profile on their platform. You are a presence on the chain. Posts equal NFTs, tokenized speech. Every post on Vox Chain is stored and referenced as a non-fungible token, NFT. Why? Because a post isn't just a status update. It's a creative act, a time-stamped record, a node in your public chain of thought. Each post NFT is minted to your wallet, giving you cryptographic authorship. Includes metadata like time, content hash, topic tags, and reply link. Can include royalties, so if someone shares or remixes it in a monetized format, you're rewarded. Can be archived to permanent decentralized storage, like Arweave or IPFS. Exists independently of any app or interface. Imagine tweets that couldn't be deleted behind the scenes. Threads that could be cited, bought, or referenced forever. Narrative becomes composable. Ownership becomes real. Feeds are modular. Here's a radical idea. The algorithm doesn't choose for you. You choose the algorithm. On Vox Chain, content feeds aren't hard-coded by a central company. Instead, feeds are open modules, smart contracts or plugins that can be created, forked, and selected by users. This means you can pick a chronological feed, a curated friends-only lens, or a topic-based AI ranker. Developers can build custom ranking engines and publish them to the marketplace. Feeds are transparent. You can audit what they amplify or suppress. Communities can create shared discovery layers that reflect their values. You control your attention, not the other way around. Moderation is market-based. Moderation on legacy platforms is opaque, top-down, and sometimes politically skewed. Vox Chain replaces this with pluralism and competition. Here's how it works. Multiple moderation DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, operate on Vox Chain. Users choose which moderation services they subscribe to, or none at all. These DAOs can flag, annotate, or label content, but they can't delete it from the chain. DAOs compete for trust and credibility, not monopoly control. Moderation becomes a service you opt into, not a force that acts upon you invisibly. Governance via the Vox token. The protocol evolves not by decree, but by community consensus. Enter the Vox token, the native utility and governance token of Vox Chain. Token holders can vote on proposals, called VIPs, Vox Improvement Proposals, fund new tools, grants, features, and moderation frameworks, delegate votes to trusted reps or DAOs, signal support or opposition to norms and community guidelines. This is blockchain democracy in action. It's not perfect, but it's public, inspectable, and owned by the people who use it. Data storage, on-chain plus off-chain harmony. Storing all social content directly on-chain would be slow and expensive. Vox Chain uses a hybrid model. IPFS, interplanetary file system, and Arweave store rich media like videos, images, and long-form posts. Smart contracts on-chain store post references, tips, likes, reposts, and identity connections. Every interaction, comment, reply, reaction is hashed and time-stamped. This ensures scalability without sacrificing auditability or ownership. Security, scalability, and privacy layers. A decentralized protocol must be secure, fast, and private, but not blindly so. Vox Chain builds on Layer 2 scalability. Vox Chain can integrate with Ethereum L2s or sidechains for cheaper transactions. Zero knowledge proofs. Enable private actions, e.g. tipping, content subscriptions, while proving legitimacy. Encrypted DMs and group chats. Content is user-controlled and stored off-chain with access tied to wallet permissions. Multi-sig and social recovery wallets help protect users from losing access. The goal isn't anonymity for all. It's control for the user and trust through transparency. Bringing it all together, let's walk through a real-world interaction on Vox Chain. 1. You connect your wallet. No email, no phone number, just cryptographic access. 2. You post a message about digital rights. That post is minted as an NFT to your wallet. 3. A friend shares your post via their feed plugin. They tip you Vox for your insight. 4. A moderation DAO you subscribe to flags a reply as disinformation. You can view the DAO's reasoning, or ignore it. 5. You propose a change to the tipping system. It's submitted as a VIP and debated. 6. You vote with your Vox, help pass it, and watch the protocol evolve. No central authority, no black box. Just shared architecture, public code, and user power. Final thought. Imagine if your digital life was a series of assets you controlled, not a lease agreement with big tech. That's not a dream. That's Vox Chain. From your posts to your preferences, from your moderation choices to your governance rights, everything on Vox Chain is transparent, portable, and owned by you. This isn't the future of social media. This is social architecture for the Web3 world. Introductory Explainer section, Chapter C, Getting Started. How to join, build, and contribute to Vox Chain. You don't need permission to join Vox Chain. You just need a voice, a wallet, and a will to shape the next internet. Welcome to the future of digital life, a future you don't just join, but help build. Vox Chain isn't a website. It's not even just a platform. It's a protocol, a new set of open rules that lets users, developers, creators, and communities own their online presence and participate in the evolution of decentralized speech. Whether you're a curious user, a passionate coder, a visionary creator, or a community organizer, this chapter will help you take your first steps into the Vox Chain world. Let's break it down by role. For users, joining Vox Chain, you're here because you want more control, more transparency, and more voice. Here's how to get started. 1. Create a wallet. Think of your wallet as your passport to the decentralized web. It's how you log in, sign content, hold tokens, and interact with the chain. Ban recommended wallets. MetaMask, browser and mobile extension. Frame, desktop native, open source. Rainbow, great UX for mobile. Wallet Connect, bridges apps and wallets seamlessly. Once set up, write down your seed phrase and store it securely offline. Never share it, ever. 2. Set your profile and avatar. Most Vox Chain frontends allow you to connect your wallet and configure a decentralized profile. Your identity is stored on-chain or via ENS, Ethereum Name Service. 2. Upload a PFP, profile picture, NFT, or select from verified collections. Add links, bios, and verifiable credentials. Optional. Link social handles for cross-platform reputation. 3. Choose a moderation provider. Vox Chain doesn't enforce a single standard. Instead, it offers market-based moderation through independent DAOs and plugins. Think of them as customizable filters. Choose a moderation provider that fits your values, e.g., free speech maximalist, family-friendly, community-reviewed, etc. You can switch providers or opt out entirely. Labels, flags, and annotations appear transparently, not secretly behind the scenes. 4. Engage and reward. Now you're ready to explore. Follow people across front ends. Your wallet stores the list. Repost, reply, or tip with Vox tokens. Curate feeds based on custom algorithms. Participate in polls and signal support for features. Vox Chain isn't just a social space. It's a sovereign stream of conversation and community. For developers building on Vox Chain, Vox Chain is permissionless. That means if you can code, you can contribute. 1. Open the API. Docs Vox Chain exposes core endpoints, smart contract interfaces, and GraphQL queries for content, feeds, moderation, governance, and token flow. Access via docs.voxchain.org. Explore testnet sandboxes. Join the developer forum on Discord or Lens. 2. Contribute to GitHub. The entire protocol is open source under an MIT or AGPL license. Community decision pending. You can submit pull requests, fix bugs, or propose features. Audit contracts or front-end integrations. Earn bounties via Gitcoin or the Vox Chain Grant Fund. Every contribution is transparent and tracked via GitHub and on-chain commits. 3. Submit a VIP Vox improvement proposal. Got a vision? Draft it. Propose it. Debate it. Use the VIP template provided in the governance GitHub repo. Describe the issue, rationale, implementation plan, and token impact. VIPs require Vox quorum to advance, so rally the community. Major decisions, e.g., protocol upgrades, are voted on-chain. This is protocol governance, not boardroom fiat. 4. Launch custom front ends or feed plugins. Want to build a mobile app? A moderation dashboard? A niche social client for musicians, scholars, or activists? Use Vox Chain SDKs to spin up custom interfaces. Create feed plugins with modular ranking logic. Let users select, fork, or subscribe to your algorithm. Innovation is unshackled, and composability means your build can slot into the broader ecosystem. For creators, monetize and protect your content. You make art, write ideas, post jokes, and build culture. Vox Chain gives you tools to own and profit from it. 1. Mint your threads. Each post you create becomes a tokenized record of authorship. Mint posts as NFTs, single or collections. Include metadata, cover images, and references. Chain together threads as linked NFTs for narrative integrity. Your thoughts can't be stolen or deleted without your consent. 2. Set royalties and tipping preferences. Want your content to pay you back over time? Done. Yeah. Set royalties for reposts, remixes, or resales. Use smart contracts to split proceeds with collaborators. Activate tipping directly in-feed with Vox. Offer exclusive content behind wallet-based access control. Your audience becomes your patron network. 3. Collaborate on-chain. Use smart contracts to split payments, time lock releases, publish co-authored series, gate access to live events, audio or writing drops, and everything is visible, verifiable, and programmable. For communities, launch your own node, build your own corner of the new web, and govern it together. 1. Deploy a validator node, help secure the protocol and earn rewards. 2. Run a full node on a compatible chain, e.g., Polygon, Optimism. Verify posts, support indexing, and distribute content. Earn Vox for uptime and contributions. Node operators are the backbone of the decentralized commons. 2. Create localized governance or sub-DAOs. Communities can fork governance models to fit their norms. LGBTQ+ safe spaces with internal codes. Regionally focused news feeds with local moderation. Academic forums with peer-reviewed content. DAOs. Vox Chain supports multiverses, not monocultures. Security tips and best practices. A sovereign internet comes with sovereign responsibility. Protect your keys. Use hardware wallets, Ledger, Trezor for long-term security. Set up social recovery wallets for redundancy. Never share your seed phrase. Not with support, not with friends. Verify front ends. Only use trusted open source clients. Check wallet permissions before connecting. Report malicious code or phishing attempts immediately. Opt into moderation transparently. Always know who's labeling your content and why. Respect communities with different moderation defaults. Fork or build your own if needed. Final thought. Welcome to the open net. You're not logging into a company anymore. You're logging into an ecosystem, a movement, a protocol. Whether you're posting, coding, drawing, or voting, your voice matters. You don't need permission. You just need a wallet, your words, and the will to show up. This is Vox Chain. This is yours.